and he came and billeted with me and my billet family, and he was very quiet, very shy, and wouldn't leave his room a lot of times. So it was lots of convincing to get him out and hang out with the boys. But we've grown to become really good buddies ever since then. That was, I guess probably 18, 19 years ago. So yeah, it's been a while, and he's had a heck of a career.
Careers have been very similar in some ways. Like you both have found ways to keep going. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Tyler's, he's a very gifted skater, especially for how big he is. He's and he's a pro. I mean, he takes care of his body. He competes every night, and yeah, he's brought a lot of value to all the teams he's played with over the years, and he's played a lot of big minutes too. So tough guy to play against, and he's had a heck of a career, and obviously we've kind of been going side by side for since probably 2006 ish.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
When was the last time you talked to him? Did you talk to him before the series?
Yeah. We just little text saying, hey, we'll shake hands after the series and we'll talk after that. So as long as a couple guys on the team. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a similar situation that I was with last year. With Toronto playing against Tampa, former teammates and good buddies over there. Just kind of cut off lines of communication during the series and pick up where you leave off after.
It's not your first rodeo. You've been doing that type of thing for a while. You've been in this league for a while, so you've got a lot of buddies on the line teams probably.
Yeah, I played on a lot of teams. That's why I say I've moved around a little bit, but the benefit to that is I think I got a lot of buddies around the league, so connected, I guess, and been fortunate enough to meet a lot of great people along the way as far as coaches, trainers, management, just obviously a lot of teammates too. A lot of guys are obviously no longer playing anymore, but a lot of good buddies. I've had the chance to spend time with, and no different, the guys over there.
What do you focus on in terms of on-ice perspective tonight to try and bounce back?
I mean, yeah, there's not one thing in particular. I mean, obviously game one was, it was tight checking both ways. Obviously they came away with the result. They're probably feeling pretty good about themselves, but I'm saying that both teams are obviously moving on to the next game. Whether you win or lose, you got to have a short memory in playoffs, and that's kind of one thing I've learned and, had the chance to experience is, it can be a roller coaster only if you let it be. So, you move on to the next one, and obviously there's some things we've got to tighten up, and obviously I'm sure they're saying the same thing about us.
Demko, for them tonight, from playing with him, what did you learn to respect about him as a player and a person, and how does that change the complexion of things tonight?
Well, I mean, first of all, DeSmith has had a heck of a year, and he's an NHL goalie all day. So, I mean, he's played great for them and had a great year, obviously working with Clarkie. So, I don't really necessarily know if it changes much. It's a team game out there. But as far as Demmer, he's a good buddy. I mean, he's just such a competitive guy. He battles each and every day. Just his work ethic is incredible. I know you guys see him all the time. First guy on the ice with Clarkie and working on his stuff, and last guy out there and doesn't like taking a ton of time off and just mentally grinds, and he shows up every day to work and competes, and he's the backbone of this team for sure.
70-something hits in game one. How do you maintain that physical edge while staying on the right side of the line so you stay out of the penalty box?
Yeah, I mean, it's expected. I don't think it's really any different than probably most series going on right now. Every series is pretty physical from what I've seen, except for maybe a couple a little bit on the softer side. But this one's definitely got an edge to it, and we expected it coming out last game. Obviously, home crowd was buzzing. They haven't had a home playoff game in a while, and you can feel the energy and emotion that the fans brought, and players feed off that on both sides. So, yeah, you gotta play between the lines for sure. You don't want to get caught up in crossing it, but in saying that, that's what playoffs is all about. You try to be physical, and it's not for the first game or the second game. It's through the depth of the series is when you typically see the benefits.